Senior Break. I'm Dawn Medici, and I have a special guest with me today. I have Marie May from Addison Township Senior Center, and Marie is their coordinator. Welcome, Marie.
Thank you, Dawn.
I am so excited to share with all of you that Marie is going to be our co-host of Senior Break. Jessica Retzel from Independence Village in Oxford has moved on, and who better to co-host Senior Break than Marie, since we Oxford Community Television supports both the Addison community as well as Oxford, so it only makes sense to have us both, and I'm really excited to see where we can, how this program can grow, so welcome.
Thank you.
So Marie, tell me about how long the Addison Township Senior Center has been open, and how did your position come about?
Okay, we had a senior program before, but it was just mainly meals and just maybe little bingo games and not a lot going on. So when they renovated the building, they put a new center on the end of the building, and that's when I came into the picture.
Oh, great.
So I put a lot of different programs in, fun things to do. We are small, so I can't do too much, but the things that we do really mean a lot to the people. And the biggest and the best thing about the whole senior program is meeting new seniors that want to be together, and they just have fun and they become girlfriends. And we do have some men that play cards up there, but right now they're still shying away a little bit.
Well, and I think the pandemic has had a lot to do with people gathering and getting together, and I think they're starting to get to a point where they're comfortable and starting to come back out and do things.
Yes, they are. And the things that we have going on out there, exercising and yoga, are important things. And then we have some fun things too.
Yeah.
We have cards. They love cards, and if they don't know how to play cards, we teach them.
Yeah, well, that's great.
So that's fun too. I made big boards of the how to play the game, so they don't have to remember, every day what went on. So yeah, we have a lot of fun out there.
Right, and I know you and I have done a few, not a lot, of day trips together.
Yes.
We've done a couple of casino trips together, and I think at one time we even did a Tiger game, I believe a while back before the pandemic.
I think so, yeah.
So
that was years ago. That was good too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a good thing.
It is.
It's just a good thing, because where else are you going to go meet seniors your age, or people your age, and have fun with them, and they understand each other.
Right, they have a lot of things in common, and
yes.
they can relate to each other.
Yes, and it really does give you somewhere to go each week if you pick even just one day.
Right.
It gives you somewhere to go, something to look forward to for the next week.
Right.
It gives you it gives you something to look forward to, and after COVID, that really means a lot, even if it's just one day.
It really does.
It
so,
means a lot.
Where is the building located?
Okay, we are at 1440 Rochester Road, right in Addison Township.
Okay.
We're down the street from the restaurant, across from Louise. So it's located in a good area.
What would be another point of reference for somebody that may not know where you're at? Like, is the library fairly close?
The library is right in front of us.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, and the old fire hall.
Okay.
The old fire hall's there, and then we're the building in the back.
Okay, great.
So, but you can see us from the street.
Yes.
It's a beautiful building. They built a beautiful building. And we have our township supervisor, Bruce, is wonderful. He does so much for the people. He's done so much for the whole township.
Okay.
And I've lived there in that township for 30 years now, so I know, all the changes that have been made
and
for the good.
And you've seen the growth.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, great.
It's really good.
Well, I'm glad they have you on board as their coordinator.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, what are your hours?
I'm a part-timer, and I don't really have set hours.
Okay.
Because I just can't.
Sure.
There's too many things that go on. But what I do have, I'm very fortunate. Our classes at Addison Township, we do not charge. And at first, when Bruce told me that, I thought, how am I going to get people to come in and do
Commit.
classes and commit?
Right.
You know, if somebody pays for somebody, they'll probably show up. But if they don't pay for somebody,
Right.
plus how am I going to get people to do this? Well, he didn't want me to charge people at first, or even now. So what I did was I had to go into our community and ask for some of the seniors if whatever they were good in or whatever they would be willing to teach us. And it was a brilliant, brilliant idea. I told them because the seniors that are, I call them leaders. Our leaders, when they go out and about and somebody says, what are you doing with your life now? They say, I teach a class at Addison Township.
Oh, that's
It
awesome.
works for the senior that's doing it.
Right.
It works really good for the
And
seniors.
they feel good about
They feel good.
good about what they're doing.
And they are so dedicated. I mean, they are very dedicated. So it worked out very, very well, really.
Well, good. So I know your hours vary, but what are your center's hours? Are
My
there-
center's hours would be, say, 9 to 3 or 4.
Okay.
It depends. The last class, well, we have a euchre tournament at night on Thursday night that starts at 6. That's
Oh,
why I say
wow.
it's hard to tell. They go from like 6 to 9 maybe, but the normal classes are from 9, I'll say, till 3.
Okay. And do you have to be a resident of Addison to participate or come into your center, or can
Well-
somebody from Oxford or Dryden come in?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
They can.
All
Yeah, people bring in guests,
Okay.
and people bring in friends, and then they come back.
That's awesome.
But
That's good.
we're small, but we're close. People are close to each other.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, that's really good. Really good
that's
thing.
That is a good
And
thing.
I have a calendar of events.
Sure. Yeah.
And what I do is, and you can get this if you stop at the township, it's Monday through Friday, and it just tells what's going on each day.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
tool for
Yeah.
your community.
Yeah, it really helps a lot because we don't have a newsletter,
Okay.
but yeah, we do.
Well, that's nice. And what kind of activities do you typically have going on during the week?
Well, on Monday we have a sewing class that comes in, and it is not a class. It's a bunch of girls that sew that want to get together and sew, because they told me that when they're sewing at home, when they say they're going to sew at home,
They don't.
it doesn't happen. And they come in and they sew, and then they go to lunch somewhere, and they're just happy girls.
And I bet
They're
they
happy
have
girls.
some good fellowship then.
Yes, very,
Yep.
very good. That's Monday, and then Tuesday we have a few things that are going on. We have the yoga, and we have a thing called neuro movement. And now I'm not a medical person, but my understanding of it is that Shirley, who is the leader, reteaches how to have your brain know where to send the pain in your body.
Oh, wow.
And her exercises are like this.
Wow.
Those are some of her exercises. So if anybody wants to come, don't be afraid.
Okay. Well,
Don't be
maybe we
afraid
should
to-
have her come out and be a guest
Yes.
at some point.
Yeah, she's very good. She's very good. And people really say it works. It really works. Then I think I said yoga. We
Yeah.
have yoga Tuesdays and Thursdays.
All right.
And we have cards, I think, on Tuesday. I could just read it off of here, but I just don't. And then we're going to have another psychologist coming in, and we're going to have a little group for senior concerns.
Okay.
And that comes. Then Wednesday we play games and cards.
That'll be fun. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Then a lot of ladies that didn't play before play now because it's fun. It's just
Right.
something to do. Thursday's yoga.
Well, that's good. So if you're
Yes,
interested in any of the programs that Marie has out at Addison Township, please come on out and make sure you get her calendar and see all of the great activities. And we do have a special guest today. We have Tony Sanchez Murphy that will be joining us when we come back. Welcome back to Senior Break. And now our special guest.
Is Miss Tony Sanchez Murphy. I want to get that right. And she is the Miss Senior Michigan president of the Miss Senior Michigan organization that has put on the Miss Senior Michigan pageant for the last 34 years. Welcome, Tony. To our-
Yes, welcome, Tony.
Thank you.
Happy to have you with us today.
Tony, what is your background? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a psychologist. And although I retired from clinical practice in December of 2020, I'm doing essentially wellness coaching at the Senior Center in Rochester. So I'm still involved in helping people to resolve knots in their lives and deal with anxiety, which we all experienced during the pandemic, and
Yes.
just getting back to some sort of normalcy. I'm there on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I very much enjoy my work, and I see change in the people that I work with, so I'm pleased.
And you still have time to work on the pageant.
Yes,
Which is
which is only 2 weeks away.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
yes, yes.
How exciting.
Yep.
So how did you get started with the pageant?
Good question. In 2011, my mom and I decided to go to a senior event at Rochester, and I saw wonderful women that I was impressed with, intelligent. They had something to say. They believed in what they were doing. They were honoring senior women. So I gave them my name, and they sent me an application the following year. And I filled it out, and I was a contestant, one of 12,
Okay.
and I was lucky to be selected queen for that year.
Oh, wow.
Where do they hold the pageant?
It's at the Older Persons Commission, which
Okay.
is, a short name for the Rochester Senior Center. It's right off of the main Rochester Road, right in the heart of Rochester.
And it's also called, or people
OPC.
know it as the OPC, right?
OPC,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Well, I help try to recruit people, and the first thing the ladies ever ask me is, do they have to wear a bathing suit?
Oh, yeah.
That's the first. That's the first
because
thing.
it's a pageant.
When you talk about a pageant, they're kind of like, I don't know, and you just know that's what they're thinking.
Right.
So, Tony, do they have to wear a bathing suit?
One does not want to see too much of a good thing. Okay? So no, we don't require bathing suits. It's a gown and philosophy and just
Talent?
talking about what you can do, your talent. That's how we pick the woman who's going to reflect senior women in Michigan.
And how old do they have to be to enter?
They have to be 60 and prove it.
Okay.
And once they're crowned, and maybe I'm jumping ahead, but once they're crowned, like, do they have duties that they have to do throughout the year to kind of showcase the program itself and like be involved in the community? And what?
Exactly that. Every queen has her own passions,
Okay.
has her own advocacy. So on the surface side, they represent Michigan at the National Senior America Contest.
Oh, wow.
That's in September in this year in Pennsylvania. But the rest of the year, they basically are invited to parades, openings, and many of the queens who advocate for Alzheimer's or senior citizens or children push their own passion. When I was crowned, because I was a school psychologist, in addition to being a clinical psychologist, I advocated for education.
Okay.
For educational pursuits for children, for teens, and for their families.
Okay.
So a lot depends from year to year on what that queen's passion is.
Yeah.
And it's for a year.
Okay.
After that, they become the queen's sister for the next year and continue to be involved if they so choose.
All right. Wow.
So, if they decide to enter the pageant, what do they have to look for that involves them?
Well, the application
Rehearsals or-
itself, they break it into 4 categories the judges look at. They look at, the talent, and that could be any dancing, singing, graphic arts, garden art. We have one contestant who's going to be icing a cupcake.
oh, wow.
And poise, being able to walk around in an evening dress, answer questions that reflect an age of elegance in women, and a 5-minute interview that's done in private with the judges before the contest.
Okay. Wow.
And when is the deadline? Say they want to get in next year. It's too late for this year because the pageant coming up. But for next year, what would be the deadline?
Well, we haven't yet decided when the pageant is going to be for 2023.
Okay.
But usually try and set the deadline 6 weeks to a couple of months before the pageant so that there's enough time for
prepare.
people to prepare.
Okay.
We try to get the application out by January of that year. So by January 2023, the application will go out on our website and you can download it.
Okay.
So you have from January until whenever we have the pageant to think about it, call us, get info, answer questions.
Is there a charge for
There
to
is
enter?
a fee, an application fee of $125, and that goes to processing the pageant costs, processing the pageant book costs, and a number of things.
Okay. And I think we mentioned the word cameo, and if not, I'm mentioning it now. Can you tell us what a cameo is?
A cameo is a former contestant or finalist or a person who is interested and devoted to our cause, which is honoring and recognizing senior women. They meet for activities, luncheons, gatherings. It's a support group to Miss Senior Michigan.
Okay.
And if somebody would like to go see this year's pageant that's going to be held April 13th, I believe it is,
April 13th.
what do they have to do?
They can stop by or call OPC, and if you're calling the cashier's office, which we can give you the number on if you would like, or you could stop by the OPC commission itself and pick up a ticket. The tickets are $15.
Okay.
If you do want to call rather than stop in, the cashier's office is 248-659-1029.
Okay, that's where they can purchase.
That's where you can
tickets.
order through a credit card, or you can stop in and buy them.
And usually in the past years, it's been a sellout.
It has. We
It's a
can
good
sold about
show.
200.
Wow.
It's a kind of cool event.
And it
is.
sounds like
It's
it.
really nice.
It is. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. We have 7 contestants this year. We're very delighted. 2 more than last year. And they range from singing, dancing, fabric art, icing cupcakes, tourism in Michigan, and wonderful, wonderful comedy skits. We have one who's going to be doing a review of Miss Congeniality.
Ooh.
And if a person wants to get involved, what would they do? Say they don't want to enter the pageant because they are just a little afraid. What would they do to help the pageant or to promote the pageant? Or
They could call me or they could call you as Cameo Director, because you are our Cameo Director, and offer themselves as interested parties that want to assist in some way or donate their time or their services in some way. We would be glad. We are a nonprofit. You know, we don't make money on this. We just eke by each year. So it's a pleasure. Thank you
Yes.
for inviting me.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you as our guest today, and I look forward to hearing the results of the April 13th pageant.
It's exciting.
And let's stay tuned for 2023, and be sure to check out you have a website
We do. MsSeniorMichigan.org.
for all the upcoming events for 2023. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Senior Break. So Tony, before the break, we were talking about who can participate in the pageant, and you had mentioned that anybody 60 and over,
Any woman.
any woman 60 and over, and they have to show proof that they're over 60 or 60 or older. What about those that may have a disability or like a walker or a cane? Are those individuals welcome to participate?
Absolutely, absolutely. We absolutely embrace and support women that have a need to be assisted because of a disability. We had a woman that was a contestant a few years back who needed an oxygen tank.
Okay.
And so she carried her portable oxygen tank in her purse as she did her walk and her talent and so on. And for those that, there was one that through the pageant began to have some memory concerns. We all tried to always be sensitive to making sure we knew and told her the direction to go so that she didn't feel all alone out there on the stage.
Okay.
But,
Well, that's
yeah.
great. That's great to know that any women over 60 with all abilities
Cane or a walker, right?
are
Are
welcome.
welcome.
Yeah, welcome to
welcome.
participate. That is great.
One thing I wanted to touch on too is the judges. We don't know the judges till the last minute. Is that correct, Tony?
We select the judges in the sense of we ask them to be a judge. And we try to get judges that reflect the senior community.
Okay.
This year's judge, we have a chairperson who sort of helps the judge, the three judges organize, and then the three judges, one is from American House, and she's the director of American House Stone. One is a service representative from the Orchard Valley of Romeo.
Okay. Wow.
And the third is a dance instructor, had her own dance studio from Bloomfield Hills.
Okay.
And each year, we try to change the judges so that there's a sense of openness and fairness, newness.
Right.
The judges have nothing to do with us in the sense after they're selected and we send out the copies of the applications of the applicants, then we're separated. We don't talk to them, they don't talk to us as a way of maintaining a absolute objectivity.
Right.
They work together, the four of them, the three judges and the chairperson, in their own separate conference room. They're brought out and brought back without any discussion with us, and their tallies and scores are kept absolutely confidential. They're audited by OPC. The scores, when they come out, and the winners as they're picked, we find out about it at the very end too, just like everyone
We never
else.
know who's going to win.
And the scores, whatever the tallies are, they're immediately burnt or trashed or shredded.
Right.
Something, destroyed.
Okay.
Tony,
We never know.
what talent did you win with?
Well, you know, having been a psychologist and not in the entertainment business, I didn't know what to do, actually. I sing in a small family band called the Mongrel Dogs, who teach. They're professors from Oakland,
Oh, how fun.
now retired, who all play something. My husband is on drums. The German professor is on lead guitar. Another bass professor teaches Japanese. A third one teaches Italian. And the last one taught chemistry.
We'd have to have them come out to play at our center.
Yeah, we should.
We
yeah,
should.
that's a good
They're
idea.
wonderful. I think
good
they're
idea.
wonderful. Anyway, I'm on tambourine, maracas, and song. So I sang a rendition of Me and Bobby McGee.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that's what won the crown. And then when I came back the next year, Queen is allowed to sing two songs. So the second song was in honor of Michigan, Bob Seger's Old Time Rock and Roll.
Oh, how fun.
Because we are not over the hill.
No.
That's right. That's
No.
right. We're really. And then the other thing is about the Park Hotel. Isn't there a luncheon?
We do. We have a luncheon the day before the pageant to honor the farewell queen, in this case, Beth Grothe from Reed City, Michigan, who is our queen from 2021.
Oh, wow.
Reed City is near Clare.
Yes, I was going to say, that's north.
That's north. And the 7 finalists and their big sisters. The big sister is a contestant or former cameo like yourself who sort of answers questions, supports that finalist through the pageant.
Yes.
'Cause people get nervous, you have questions. So
What's gonna happen?
The big sisters, the finalists, former queens, and then whoever's been working in the pageant
Okay.
is invited.
And this is Michigan, so we do get people from all over Michigan. It's not, just close. Rochester's kind of central,
for
So we
everybody.
get people from around here, so that works out.
Our queen from 2019, who was also the queen for 2020, because we didn't have a pageant in 2020, was from Niles, Michigan.
Yeah.
That's 4 hours away on the
Wow.
other side of Michigan.
In
You're
Mount
like-
Pleasant, there was one from Mount Pleasant.
That's right.
Yeah.
One was from Mount Pleasant. We've
Yes.
had people
Yes.
from the UP also.
Well, that's
So-
great that
Yeah.
it's
It's
the
all over.
information is throughout the state.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we just want people to know that. And the reason behind, I know you say it best, Tony, is that as we get older, we're still worth a lot.
We still are
It's
treasures.
elegant, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Treasures of information, resources, expertise that we would like to share with other people.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So, well, Tony, I want to thank you very much
Yes, thank you
for
for joining
coming
us
out
today.
and joining
I learned
us
a
and
lot
telling us.
today, and I
For the people that are under 60, they have something to look forward to.
They do.
absolutely.
I know, yeah, something very
That's
nice.
awesome.
So,
Now we got to start
yeah.
recruiting for 2023.
Yes.
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 Thank
That's what we
you.
need to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would love to see if, once the queen for 2022 gets crowned, maybe inviting her to come in and be a guest alongside with you and
Mm-hmm.
Marie and talk a little bit. She can talk a little bit and share her experience.
Through the years with the Strawberry Festival, I was with the Strawberry Festival for probably 20 years, retired from that though. She was always in that parade.
Okay.
So if people want to come to the Strawberry Festival in Leonard and see her, usually she's there.
Okay.
You know,
That's great
so-
to
And the
know.
Romeo Peach Festival.
And the Peach Festival, yeah, she's in the Peach Festival too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're trying to get her to the Detroit. She's in the
We have
Rochester
tried-
Festival.
We have tried 3,
In Detroit,
4
when we've
years in a
tried.
row. Somehow we cannot seem to get a berth
No.
on the Detroit Thanksgiving Festival.
But the Rochester Parade she's in.
Yes.
That's a big parade.
Yes.
She's in that too, so.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, great.
yeah,
That's some
yeah.
great information. Thank you
Yeah,
for sharing
yeah.
with us
Thank
today.
you, Tony.
And then I would just kind of like to wrap up and thank Marie for coming out and asking Tony to join us. And I look forward to working with you in
was
the
nice.
next coming
I do too, you Don.
months and see where Senior Break is going to go.
Yeah.
As co-hosts, I'm really excited. I think we both have some great programs and services that we can provide our communities,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope those that are at home benefit from viewing
Watching this.
and watching our shows. Yes.
Yes,
So,
yes.
is there anything that you'd like to share before we
I was
close out?
gonna talk about NOTA Transportation, and that's the North Oakland Transportation Authority. I tell my seniors, sign up with NOTA now, even if you don't need them. If you're not sick now, sign up with them so that when you do need them, you'll be in their system already. Because it's happened to many seniors will call me and say, what do I do now? I need a ride to the doctor. And then they have to do the paperwork. Do it now while you're okay, while you're healthy. And then if you need it, you just call and tell them what time to pick you up.
That's
It's
a great,
good.
great.
It's really good. That's really important.
Yes, it is.
Really important.
Because I never thought of it like that. You're right.
Yes.
You don't want to wait till the last minute.
Right,
You want
right.
to
Sign up
be
now.
prepared.
Yes.
So, well,
Yes.
good.
Yep.
All right.
And come out and play cards with us on Wednesday.
Yeah, and don't forget to
We
pick
love
up their Addison Senior Center calendar at
Yes.
your township
Yes.
office, and then, or here in Oxford, we've got our calendar as well. You can stop into Oxford Township Parks and Recreation and pick that up. And you can also give me a call here at Oxford at 248-628-1720 for any information, or visit our website at oxparkrec.org. And Marie, how can they contact you for information?
They can call me 248-628-3388, or they can. The website is seniorprogram@addisontownship.org.
All
Yep,
right.
that's true. And come see the pageant.
Yes,
That'll
please
be
come out and see the
fun.
pageant. It'll
That'll
be
be
You're
so
fun.
much
free
fun.
next Wednesday. Join us in selecting the new Miss Senior Michigan 2022.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.